If you've been sick on and off, because I know a lot of my clients have, and you're struggling to get back into a consistent workout routine, first of all, you are allowed to be cranky about that, like genuinely annoyed, because that's not weakness. That's just an honest reaction to something that keeps getting in the way of something you really care about. Sometimes being sick genuinely means you gotta rest. Not trying to push through, not trying to modify your workouts, just rest. And that is the right call. But recovery is also an active process. So a short walk, 10 minutes of stretching, just moving your body gently. That's not falling off of your routine. That's a part of it. And the goal during those stretches isn't necessarily more performance. It's just keeping the relationship with your body alive so that coming back doesn't feel like you're always starting from scratch. But here's what I keep seeing a lot with my clients, and I say this with so much love. That's actually making this harder than it really needs to be, right? You're waiting to feel 100% ready. You're waiting to feel 100% motivated. You're waiting for that perfect week where everything lines up perfectly and you finally feel like yourself again. And while you're waiting, perhaps this little voice in the background keeps getting louder, right? I'm so behind. I keep falling off. What's wrong with me? Is this even worth it? The people who make movement, exercise a sustainable, lifelong practice, they don't have more willpower. They don't have easier lives or fewer setbacks. What they have is different self-talk. And I know studies on exercise adherence show that people who stick long-term treat a missed week like how a good coach would, right? With curiosity, not with punishment. They ask, what got in the way and what do I do next? Not what does this say about me and my self-worth and my identity? And this one always gets people, I feel like too, the research on self-compassion and behavior change shows that self-compassion is actually a much stronger predictor of getting back on track than motivation itself, right? It's not self-criticism, it's not shame, self-compassion. Perfectionism, that all or nothing sort of thinking, is one of the strongest predictors of why people abandon their health goals entirely, right? Not for lack of effort, not for lack of desire, the rigid belief that if it's not perfect, then it doesn't count. When you've been sick for 2 weeks and getting back on track feels like this enormous, massive thing because your brain has quietly made it mean something about your discipline, your identity, who you are as a human. And now it's not just about working out again, it's about proving something. And that sort of huge, high amount of pressure and expectation starts feeling just very massive. And so you start waiting for the perfect moment, right? And it clearly never comes. That really is just perfectionism dressed up as standard. Here's what I actually want you to do. Notice the crankiness, the annoyedness, and just let it be there for a second. Then get curious about what's underneath it. Is it frustration with your body? Or is it shame that you're not further along by now? Is it annoyance just at being sick? Or has it become a whole story about who you are? Because those are two really different problems and only one of them actually needs your attention right now. So the skill, and it really is a skill, it's something you can build, is learning to respond to a setback like a coach instead of a critic. So it's not toxic positivity. It's not pretending everything's fine. Just, hey, that was a hard stretch. And what is the next simple, best next step? And the people who make this a lifelong part of their lives aren't the ones who never fall off. They're the ones who really got good at coming back without making the gap mean something that it doesn't.